All right, folks. Welcome to In the Paint. It is 9 p.m., maybe 9:01. Excuse me for being a little late, but that near is neither here nor there. But it is time for In the Paint. I'm your host, Angus Black slash Rodney Jones, and also the moderator here. If you don't mind, I was going to get into something, but I see one of my crew is here. We're gonna bring him in at this time. My brother Dom, from formerly of the X, now in what's that? I'm about to say Charlotte, the Carolinas. I'll just I'll just put it that way. The Carolinas. How you doing tonight, Dom? Thanks for joining.
What's up, Mr. Jones?
Man, I'm here. I said I was about to give what grinds my gears, my style, before I got into the sports realm. You know what I mean? I was gonna really just start to get into it. I was like, okay, here we go. But glad that you're here. We get back on to what's on the docket tonight. We got a few sports topics we could cover. And you know how we do it. We bring it just raw style, man. That's us. We are the
Yep.
real in real sports talk. There is no question about that. So
You
again,
know,
good having.
I didn't even think to ask Bishop,
Mhm.
hey, because when you go like some places, they charge you an arm and a leg to use your phone. That's
Oh
why most
yes,
people just leave their phone off.
right,
I didn't
right,
even think
right.
to ask him, where did you go? I was
Hmm.
just happy that he was okay. He thanked
Oh,
me.
okay.
He said, tell everybody I'm okay. Thanks for worrying.
Yes, yes. Thank you, and thank you for getting that message to me because I was like, I said, it's not, it's weird not to hear from him or interaction because there's topics and stuff that we discuss and not to have his voice or even his words be seen. It's
Yeah.
like, yo,
Something
what's up?
naughty.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, is something afoul? What's going on? And let me just take this time to welcome our newest brother. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Stevens. Craig Stevens is in the house with us. You might not be able to see him. You might have stepped away for a second, but he's here as well. And I forgot to send. Thank you for sending him that email down. I appreciate that. You know. Hmm. So
Yes.
with that being
Yeah,
said, let's.
I'm gonna miss old Bishop.
Huh?
I'm gonna miss old Bishop tonight.
Yeah, yeah. He's a real trip and a half. I can't even lie. And again, let me extend my gratefulness to Mr. Stevens. How are you today, sir? Hey,
I'm doing good. Good to be on.
good to see you. I gotta remember your email from now on. That's for sure. I gotta remember your email, brother. Thank you for joining us.
Well,
Uh,
Dominic's reliable.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yo, so the first thing I want to get off my chest, and obviously it's a big news in soccer, was the passing of legend Pele. We here at In the Paint, we send our condolences to the families, the close friends, the whole soccer community on this loss. The brother was 82 years old, passed away from colon cancer. I believe he also had some issues with respiratory, if I'm not mistaken, as well. In addition to the colon cancer, um, he lived a great life. I'll say that, man. The one thing that stuck out at me was the fact that he was in 4 World Cups and he won 3 of them. That's big. Okay, for you guys that just started watching the World Cup, including myself, you know, to even play in 4 World Cup games and win 3 of them is huge. It's huge. And I gotta be perfectly honest with you. Growing up in Queens, I never really took to soccer like that. Never. But
No.
I'm seeing this dark skinned Brazilian guy, you know, in the papers. You know what I'm saying? And they showing him on the news from time. And I'm like, is this something I should be paying more close attention to? Because he's a success. And I didn't really know anything about it. But again, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually introduced to the game of soccer by those images because I knew nothing else about it except Pele. I knew he was great. That was it. So a huge loss. And again, we hear, like I said, we definitely give our condolences to the family, close friends, and the whole soccer community. Especially those in Brazil those people have been inspired to play this game, and you see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big loss in the community for them.
Yeah.
The only thing I can remember as a kid was Randall's Island.
Mm.
Remember Randall's Island in New York?
Mhm.
That's where the Cosmos played. Remember when Pele played for the Cosmos
Right.
for a short period of time? That's how I actually got any sort of. I'm not a soccer fan. I'm not going to sit here and try to bullshit nobody.
Right.
But I remember that as a kid. Me and Arthur used to go to Randall's Island because it was free. We used to get in for free because we were kids.
Right.
And we used to watch this crazy soccer running up and down this big field with very minimal points, goals, whatever you want.
Right.
Like, that's like a lot of work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. You remember he played for the New York Cosmos.
That's right.
He
Exactly.
had his cups and stuff, but yeah, he played for the Cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
He made soccer, I'm not going to say sexy, but he sort of introduced soccer to a lot of Americans.
For sure.
It wasn't like it is now. All these kids are playing soccer and lacrosse, and it wasn't like that when we were growing up.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
You know? Totally agree. Oh man. So Mr. Stevens, I'd like to introduce you. Are you have anything to say about Pele? Besides
yeah, he was he is a once in a lifetime athlete who changed the game. He changed the game of soccer, and it's unfortunate that it's not a big. It's starting to become a bigger game in the U.S., but overseas it's a big game.
Yes.
But he's one of those athletes that come along once in a lifetime that changes the game.
Definitely. Definitely, man. And like I said earlier, I never really knew about the game. Like I said, I just see images of him in the papers, you know what I'm saying? The occasional story on TV back in the day. And he was like, well, what's this game about? You know what I mean? And it just, like I said, it just amazed me to see a person with my complexion succeeding at this game I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
It's kind of like weird in a way, but you dig where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
And like I said, man, his influence, all these seeing the outpouring of love for him and his passing from these soccer greats of today, like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and seeing the effect, the influence that he had on them growing up and wanting to play this game professionally. You know what I'm saying? And take it to that level.
What's weird about that are those names you just mentioned. 20 of them got 3 World Cups.
No. No.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, Messi's just got his first one, and he's retiring supposedly, right?
Exactly. That's why I brought it up. I don't know if Ronaldo has one. I'm pretty sure Ronaldo has one.
He might. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they don't. None of them have 3. None of them have 3.
No, not at all.
And I think isn't Pele the one who introduced the bicycle kick?
He just might have. He just may have.
Yeah.
There's 2 people that made soccer highly important. I know the second one's going to sound crazy. Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
The drug lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Him and Pele changed the way we look at soccer. As crazy as Pablo was.
Right.
That was his thing. People forget. They talk about the Medellin cartel, but that's where he was born and raised, was in Medellin.
Well, yeah, you're right.
He took care of that area, and they went on. He built the soccer fields. He made soccer a big thing in Colombia, and they became a pretty good team under, I hate to say it, under his sort of, I'm going to help a brother out.
Yeah.
But think about it. If you remember, Pablo Escobar had a really big influence on soccer. Wow. Yeah, in South America.
Wow. Yeah. Blow me away with that one. I thought she was gonna say actually. I thought she was actually gonna say what's my man's name? Diego Maradona.
Oh.
That's another great right there. That's another great. You know what I'm saying? So
look into Pablo Escobar and see what
I'm gonna look into that. Into that.
Hey, Craig, you heard about it.
Yeah. When you look at his
we all know who he was, right?
Yeah. You look at his documentary.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of it, how he He funded those soccer teams.
Wow.
That soccer team in Medellin. Yes, he did. And then other drug lords followed his lead.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course. I gotta. Yeah.
If you study him, Art, he would have never became the Pablo Escobar we knew. He was always into the drugs, but when he decided to be a politician, and then after all the work he did for certain areas, especially again Medellin and Colombia,
Yes.
with all the work he did, they went back into his drug this, drug that, and they threw him under the bus, started spreading, and that's where the other Pablo Escobar came out.
Wow.
He still, during all of that, smoking officials, killing police, he still funded their soccer team.
Wow.
Through all of that craziness, he was their soccer kid. He loved soccer.
Yep.
Okay.
Strange,
I mean, it's very strange. Go figure, because I'm like, what? Like, get out of here. I'm like, I'm going on Google right now. I'm like, hold on, wait, what?
Pablo Escobar. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Interesting fact, though. Interesting fact. But again, like I said, man, we lost a great one. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, as time goes by, man, we just losing all these legends, one by one, man. Legends of our, youth and childhood. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, so may he rest in power. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Rest in power, brother. So with that being said, let me see. We're gonna do some moving on, shall we? Where is that? Should I bring this up? Dom, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me, Dom. Yeah, you're gonna hate me just for a second. You're gonna hate me for a second. That's all right. Yeah, you understand where I'm coming from with this one. Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. Well, I'm hearing he's the hot head coaching prospect, the candidate again. Yeah, ... again. One thing I gotta tell you, and I'm very stern on this. If he does not get hired this coming off season for a head coach job in the NFL, we already know the deal. We know it already. We kind of know it already. But now this will just kind of seal the deal, because there's no reason. This guy, Mahomes, is having an MVP calendar season. There's no question about that. You see what he does out there. Again. You see what he does out there. Yeah, exactly. You see what he does time after time. You understand what I'm saying? And don't you think that Eric has a hand in that? I'm just saying, call me crazy. But yeah, Mahomes, you got talent, but you're getting play calls from a literal genius offensively. You understand? And for him not to get a head coaching job, we know what's the deal. I don't know if they're holding his multiple run-ins with the law into play. But my thing, and you know what? If you want to do that, that's fine. That's fine. And the reason I say it's fine is because, well, your contemporaries who aren't black, they have a bit of a problem with the law too. I'm not saying not all of them, but I'm pretty sure that there's a couple that are holding jobs right now that should not be holding jobs. You understand? Because of their run-ins with the law. You understand? So tell me what the difference is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know how I feel about the NFL's moral values.
Exactly, for sure.
You could take the color out of it if you must.
Right.
And it's still the same. The NFL has no moral fiber until they want to bring up moral fiber.
Right.
We've had these conversations, as much as I hate football.
Right.
We've had these NFL conversations for at least 6 years. I've known you guys about 6-7 years.
For sure.
Once every so often, we bring up some of this fuckery in the NFL. Yep. But now you want to look at this guy like he's supposed to walk on water. You know what I'd really like to know are, like, after all of this is said and done, why don't he ever say anything? Like, I didn't want the job in Tennessee or Houston or maybe I don't know, because you know what, Art? I'm not as big a football guy as y'all, but you never hear him say nothing.
This is
like,
true.
Oh, it didn't work out, or they threw me under the bus.
Right.
It just goes away like, okay, he didn't get the job.
And that's it. Just like you said, he never brings it up. He never brings up why. Nothing is said. I mean, is it like you got a gag order against you? I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. I'm just saying, like, what's going on?
Makes you think.
Know? It does. That's a good point. That's a very good point. And I think anybody that I've heard, and I'm talking about those other sports pundits, that are on TV or on social media, I've never heard them bring that up. Never.
We've talked about this, again, for about 7 years. When we used to do this on the phone.
Right.
Remember?
Yes.
Remember them
Yes.
days I first met y'all.
Exactly.
We were doing it on the phone, and these NFL situations would come up. And how many times, I'd even say in the last 4 years, we brought this guy's name up.
Many times. Many times.
Yeah. At least
many times.
But it goes away.
Yeah. Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Because before Deion went to Colorado, before they hired Mel Tucker, why wasn't Eric Bieniemy considered? Because he was on that national championship team as a head coach at Colorado.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He definitely deserves it. But is there something there that we're not seeing?
Craig, it's very weird.
Craig, something he's not saying.
Yeah.
Say,
like Dom said.
You know what? I didn't
like
it or whatever. But don't just keep walking away year after year, and then we're talking about this every December. Yeah. Hey, what happened to Eric Bieniemy? I thought he was, but he never did nothing.
I mean, if that's the case, then just say, you know what? I want to stay here in KC. I want to be the offensive coordinator for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Don't bother me with this speculation year to year. You understand? Right. Say something. I mean, you're right.
Everybody needs a Robin. Let's be honest. You can't have Batman without Robin. You can't have Robin without Batman.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with, but just say something,
Right. I agree.
But Andy Reid can't be there forever. When he steps down, if Kansas City doesn't hire him as the head coach, then something's wrong.
I thought
something's really wrong. That's a good point. Hey guys, let me take the time to introduce our other brother here, David Sanford is live. Your mic is live, bro. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, brothers? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
All right.
Always good to see my hero. Now we get some laughs.
Is that a jet hat? I see?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, it is. Ooh. Hey, you're a Jets fan, are you?
Yeah. I mean, I root for both Jets and Giants, but I grew up, here in Queens.
Yeah.
Stone's throw from Shea Stadium.
True.
And so I like the gangrene.
I always thought as a kid, if you was a Mets fan, you had to be a Jets fan.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Excuse me, but
I was a Yankee fan. Like most Yankee fans were Giants fans because they played in the
stadium. They played in the
stadium.
That's right.
The Jets. I always grew up a Jets fan.
Right. Wow.
So that's kind of weird. Growing up
that's kind of weird right there, bro.
you know what it was for me. When I was really introduced to football at an early age, Joe Namath was the talk of the town, and the Jets had won in recent years at that time a Super Bowl, and the Giants, their time of championships was a little ahead of me, so you really didn't hear much about the Giants as you did the Jets when I was coming up, but over the years, I don't have any, I root for both.
Okay. Well, as you know, we was just talking about this Bieniemy guy and how he's the hot head coaching candidate. ... Again.
Again. Yeah. I heard what you guys were saying. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I followed football heavily back in the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Now I just watch it because I enjoy watching the game, but I don't get into the politics of it as much to tell you who's who and who deserves what. I just know that that's a name that every year, as you guys articulated very well, we hear it every year, and it's the same thing every year. So I don't know what the issue is. But the brother, I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
That's Craig.
Craig.
Yeah, Craig.
Yes, Craig. I think he said it best about seeing what happens. This year. I think those are all good points. So I really don't have anything to add to it. I
Okay.
would like to see him get a job just because, from what everybody is saying, he seems to be a talented coach. And listen, if they can pull Jeff Saturday and give
Right.
him a job
Right.
sight unseen, just because, then why not? I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that he's no better than some of these other guys.
Yeah.
But at least give him a chance
Yeah.
if that's what he wants.
Right.
And
Exactly.
And it's weird because you guys are the ones, y'all know I didn't watch football for a whole year.
Right.
After, matter of fact, Craig happened to be at my son's funeral.
Oh, okay. Right.
I never watched football after that until this year. Because of y'all, I was like, let me dog these guys, play football with them for a minute. But again, no matter what we talk about, it's like, let's check the video. Let's go back to and did we not? Did he not? and then here we are again. I swear to God, it's got to be, Dave. It's got to be year 4.
Yeah.
That we've been talking
Easily.
Yeah.
Got to be year 4.
Yeah. Easily.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just peeped R's hat.
I
I couldn't make it out at first, but now, okay.
Is that a
got
Bills
it.
hat?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's one of the few things that's black in Buffalo.
Yeah. Hey, watch it. You talking about Rick James, man? Talking about my man's hometown.
Let me tell you, my son went to college in Buffalo, so
okay, I got you.
No, I'm fond of Buffalo. Good people up there. Good people,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, watch it now. The spirit of Rick is gonna hit you.
Okay? Yep.
I'm just saying. Well, first of all, this is the real team in New York. Let's keep it a
Have you been to Buffalo?
Have I been to Buffalo?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Okay.
Long time. And
Okay.
it wasn't a lengthy stay.
Okay.
I can tell you that right now.
Craig, I'm sorry. The reason why I have to ask Art that because he is our resident Nets fan, and I had to give him directions to the Barclays Center. So he likes to pick teams that he has no idea where they actually play.
You know what?
let us give you a little backdrop on this.
Yeah.
This is how long we've been together.
Right.
I'll call him Rodney. I won't even call him Arda. When I met Rodney, he was a Knicks fan. When I met Rodney, he wasn't a Bills fan.
That's right.
Fast forward all these years later. I don't know what the hell he is now.
I'm just saying. See, in regards to the Knicks, I had to wise up and just look at the big picture and know what it is. I was like, all right. Yeah.
You took the easy route.
I didn't take no easy route.
Yeah.
I'm still in New York. It's not like I'm rooting for Golden State and whatnot. I'm just saying I'm still in New York.
I'm getting ready to call Bishop on his boat.
Yeah, right.
That's all right. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Craig, Rodney and I go back to childhood.
Yes.
We're childhood.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why he can say all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's my good friend right there.
Exactly.
I know me and it's got to be close to 20 years now, maybe, that I've known Craig.
Oh.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because I was in the Army for 25, and 4 of that was active. So
right.
Yeah, 21 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, see that? Okay.
Well,
So we got 2 pairs of friends on
and
here.
I will say, as arrogant as I am, he is probably the smartest person I ever met in a youth.
Wow.
Bar none.
Nice.
And we stood friends. I retired first.
Yeah.
And not to get off of sports, he used to dog me all the time. Dom, you been to Myrtle Beach yet? He said, Dom, it's only like an hour and a half from where you live. I'm like,
right.
Craig.
Yeah.
I finally decided like 4 or 5 years ago to drive down there.
Right.
I'm like, Craig, you know what? It wasn't that far. It was and moved to Myrtle Beach. He lives in Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
And you probably loved it, didn't you?
Oh.
When you finally went, you probably loved it.
Yes. I always tell you guys, man, now we got Craig. We need to get you down here in the South.
Yeah.
For at least a weekend. At least a weekend. Let us show
For
y'all
sure.
some pockets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I went to Myrtle Beach.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to say 1989.
Okay.
And yeah, I went on a family vacation,
Mhm.
and I'm like 89, so I'm like 23 years old. I go 23, 24, and we're staying. It wasn't as built up as it is today, but they had the nice strip with all the amusement park and rides and stuff like that.
Right.
And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm 24 years old. There's got to be like a nightclub or something like that to go to. So I asked them at the desk, and they tell me about some nightclub. So I get a cab. Now, you see what I look like. Okay, I get in this cab, and I know that it took me somewhere in the woods.
Oh no!
And then the trees parted, and there was a nightclub, an actual nightclub sitting in the middle of the woods. So I get out, go inside, and I'm the only one that looks like me in there. So I said, okay, well, maybe I'll ask this young lady, to dance. And then I look up, and there was like a balcony, and I see these good old boys looking down at me. The girl said no, she didn't want to dance me. I look up, I see the guys looking at me. I go back to the desk. I said, do you have a number for a cab? I was in that club no more than 10, 15 minutes.
Bro.
And I'm thinking this, last thing, I'm thinking no one, because I was there with my parents and my sister,
Right.
nobody knew that I went.
Whoa.
And the trees got bigger as I'm leaving, and that New York instinct kicked in time, and I said, "Nah, I got to get out."
But my question to you is, where was that instinct when the dueling? Ding 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 ding.
Well. See, that's the thing. You didn't hear that. I mean, they tricked me. They tricked me. Because I heard actual dance music. It was club music.
Okay.
But no, it wasn't one of those type. I mean, it really on the outside looked like a nightclub.
Right.
And the music said nightclub. But the environment was telling me not your nightclub.
Not for you. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I got you.
Me being a native New Yorker, the tree line would have threw me for a loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'd have been like, we could turn this around right now.
That was a 24-year-old me looking for a good time.
But I would have thought I'm not going to a training area, so
Well, the good thing, I'm just saying, the good thing for you is at least you wasn't like gonna try to be like Alfonso Ribeiro. So
right. I saw that video. Oh my god!
I was like, dude,
what
did you really? Yeah. What? Oh man, I tell you that's later tonight. Let me see.
I said, see now that's who Will should have smacked.
Yeah, exactly.
You never been back, Dave? You never been back?
No, I have not been back.
Wow.
No.
Nah, never. I know. See, now I'm like you, Dom. Except it's taking me more than 4 or 5 years.
I have to treat y'all like Craig was treating me.
Oh man, okay.
It's weird because now he lives there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area.
I've seen.
Who owns that house across the street from you?
What's that?
Who owns that house that's been vacant for years across the street from you?
Sanders, the baseball player, not Dion.
Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie.
Wow.
Yeah, Reggie Sanders. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been vacant for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely got to make a run out there for sure.
All right. Well, we just got on to the Barclays a couple of months ago, so
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Whatever.
Little Beach might be a little much to ask.
Right. I told you had to cross the bridge from Manhattan.
Oh boy. Let's move on.
Moving on. welcome to the show, Chris.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
we're moving on right now. Let's get into Carlos Correa and his muddled contract / injury report
All right.
situation. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. You know what? One thing I've come to realize about this guy is I didn't realize how extensive his list of injuries has been.
Oh yeah. He's like the $6
I never,
million man times.
yeah, I
Yeah.
never realized that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, God, what deviated septum, your ankle?
Yeah. They basically rebuilt him. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But yet, what I find amazing is that originally the Giants were going to offer San Francisco Giants going to offer him 15 years
Yeah.
at $350 million.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because my thing is like, wait, are we doing any like due diligence on this guy and his history? And you're willing? And I was worried about Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
I was worried about Aaron Judge with that lengthy contract he wanted. This guy? Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is two teams, not just San Francisco Giants, but the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Winning and like almost overnight, scooped him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't understand that. What's with this thinking? I don't get it, man.
I'm a Met fan.
Right.
And so I've got mixed feelings on it.
Okay.
It ain't my money, so I don't care.
For sure.
As far as the dollars are. I think that the idea was that the Mets they probably, had him on their radar. And then when they saw the opening, said, we could swoop in and then we'll figure it out afterwards. And then when, the news broke that they also saw some things with him, now they're kind of in a tough situation because they really went public and loudly saying, we got this guy, and everybody got excited. They sold 1 million tickets based off of the potential signing of Correa. He's a talent, absolutely. I don't know that anybody's worth that, but again, it's not my money, so I don't care about that. I know he and Lindor are very close, so that might have had something to do with it as well. I would still like to see them get him. Honestly, in spite of and then see what happens. I mean, it's not like, I know his injuries, his chart, his medical chart does not look good.
No.
But he has played.
Yes, he has.
I mean, they've got. I think about what we got out of DeGrom for the past 2-3 years. Very little. So who knows? I mean, maybe. I honestly, I don't care either way.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I mean, if you're looking at the money of it, as a Met fan, it's always nice when somebody actually wants to be a Met. I'll be honest with you, and as Dom, as a Yankee fan, that is something that you guys rarely have to worry about. As soon as they put on the jersey at the press conference, I wanted to be a Yankee all my life. You hear that. You don't hear that much with Mets. So when we get a guy who says that he wants to be here, it feels good. And then the last part for me is that Cohen has got money everywhere, and the idea that this is different than what the Wilpons would do. The Wilpons would have said that Correa wanted a tent in beyond like the whole A-Rod mess and all that stuff. So the fact that they are willing to at least put their money where their mouth is, that's a different feeling as a Met fan than what we had going into the last couple of years. So from that standpoint, it may work, it may not work, but the idea that they're not afraid.
I
they're
I
not afraid.
I want to ask before Dom and Craig get on. I just want to ask a question real quick. I've seen this guy. Not worth the money, man.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about production wise. I just don't see it. I don't see it. It just you can't justify. And I know you don't care about the money, but
Well,
I,
I understand what you're saying.
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah, like he doesn't jump off the page, stat sheets,
right,
like some of these other guys do. I
right.
get it. I get it. But San Francisco wanted him and was willing to pay a lot of money for him. The Mets offered him a lot of money. I think that there, might be other teams looking. People want him for some reason,
Right.
and I don't know if it's the winning pedigree.
Hmm.
Maybe that has something to do with
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And they feel that inserting him into what they already have might be the thing that puts them over. Instead, you're not going to build a team around Carlos Correa.
Right.
Like he's the man. But
Right.
I think that I do think that maybe that's what they're looking at as well. And the fact that he and Lindor are very close.
Mhm.
I think they would, the Mets were very disappointed about how last year ended.
Mhm.
Obviously. And so maybe it's just the attitude of, well, we're going to take a shot at something, and maybe I don't know. I don't know if that's sustainable.
Right.
I don't think that they're going to be able to do that continuously. They're going to have to build, from their system as well.
Mhm.
And sometimes the teams that win it are the ones that, you get these little guys here and there, and you insert them, and they turn out to be game changers. I don't know, but I'm willing to give it a shot for this year and see what happens. I know
Okay.
that maybe during the middle of the year, when the Angels are out of it in July, maybe they're looking at Otani and some
Mhm.
others. I don't know, but listen, I'm going to take this ride with them because it's a ride that I'm not used to taking, and we'll see how it goes, and at least it makes it interesting to be
Mhm.
a Mets fan, and that's all I can say.
Okay. I can respect that. I can respect
I'll
that.
say, they, it, as a baseball guy,
Mhm.
he's a third baseman, right? He plays third base.
She's a shortstop that's going to
Yeah.
convert to a third
Right.
baseman.
Right.
That's gonna play.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the A-Rod thing.
Right.
Yes.
When you look at what they have right now, if this deal goes through,
Mhm.
Correa, Lindor, and Polar Bear at first.
Yeah.
Right.
They can have me play second. And
Yeah.
you got damn near 3 all-stars in your infield.
Yeah.
I
Right.
just Carrera's numbers aren't astonishing, but I'll tell you what they are. They're pretty steady. And to think we're sitting here talking about he's got 101 injuries,
Mhm.
got a list longer than Jacoby Hospital, and he's still putting up these pretty
Right.
Yeah.
decent numbers.
And Dom, don't sleep. That second baseman McNeil was
Yeah.
all star
Yeah.
too.
Jeff McNeil. Exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. So you're
Right.
talking about in a swoop of a winter, I guess. You damn near shored up your whole infield.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
From what I
Okay.
gather, he may not be a Gold Glover at third base tonight. But what's the chance? I'll give you this. We tried it. What did we get? We got Donaldson, who can't hit his way out of a paper bag.
Right.
A former MVP in the American League.
Right.
Can't hit 218. Still a decent defensive third baseman, but we're the Yankees.
Right.
Not compare apples and oranges.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hear you.
We come to the game to hit. We don't give a shit to make 16 errors.
Right.
We come here, we want to hit the ball.
Right. The
Right.
Bronx Bombers.
But you look at Correa, you look at Carlos,
Yeah.
considering what we got, and y'all know I'm not one of those Yankee fans that hate the
Right.
Mets.
Right.
No, you're not. You're not.
But I'm looking now and saying, this is, we put all our eggs in getting a guy that was on our team, and really didn't do nothing else. We got the good pitcher. We shored up some of our bullpen and the starters.
Right.
But we couldn't get a third baseman. We couldn't get a left fielder. We gave Aaron Judge, the Bronx County Courthouse, half a Yankee Stadium, and we're still a home run or bust team.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love what the Mets are doing. I don't know about the money, or I'm like you.
Yeah, man.
And it's not my money, but I'm just thinking.
I hear you. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of money for
it. Yeah, because
it's a lot of money, but
David, you had said. I think you had said it.
Yeah.
You said he wasn't the man, but my thing is, so why is he getting paid like the man?
Because
I'm just saying.
I think that the market.
Yeah.
I think it's the market. A lot of guys are getting paid the man money and not putting up the man numbers.
Right.
But again, to me, it's like playing with Monopoly money.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys, Cohen has got so much money, and it's 12 years. So what is it? 30 something.
It's like 12. I thought it was 12 years at 315.
I think it came to 30-something million.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's peanuts in today's baseball.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jesus.
It looks huge because we're talking about over the course of 12 years. I'm not. Look, if it works, I'm loving it. If it doesn't work, then okay, we just chalk that one up. But but I'll take this over the sitting on the hands of the Wilpons. And as a Met fan, begging for something, and they give us a whole lot of jive, and BS talk. And say, oh well, we wanted such, but we just something happened or whatever, and then you sit there as a Met fan frustrated. So,
okay, fair enough.
But let me ask you a question, Dave. Since you're a Met fan,
what
would be our barometer of it didn't work?
That's a good question. I think the way that this team is constructed and the expectations that it has, if they don't win a World Series in the next 3 years to 5 years, I'm starting to look down on it. I'm last year to win 101 games and then fizzle the way they did at the end. That was they just took us like just fell off a cliff, and that was really hard on a lot of us as Mets fans, because it would have been different because we went from barely 500, in that 80 win range, and then went up this incline all the way up to one of the best records in baseball, only to just fall off that cliff like that. We didn't get that gradual build up saying this team, I look back to 86, for example. 84, you saw the changing of the young guys with Straw. Doc came on the scene, and you saw, okay, we may be building something here. 85 came, and we battled the Cardinals, and we started really feeling good about ourselves. Gary Carter came on the scene, and 86 took us on that wonderful ride. So there was a gradual buildup of that. We didn't go up in 84, 85 to one of the best records in baseball and then fall off a cliff. So that we were, it felt different. This year felt like a huge tease, and it ended up feeling like just like we got effed over, and that. So now it's like, okay, you showed us what you could do over the season, but the season now doesn't feel meaningful. I got to see that postseason. I got to see, even if they don't win it all this year, they need to be into the third round of this. They need to be playing for a chance to go to the World Series, not in some wild card BS at home and losing, at home to the Padres. Not and no knock on the Padres, but that's not the way. If you
Right.
asked me back in July what I envisioned October to look like and what I got,
Mhm.
that was painful. That was
I'm sure.
painful. I would
I'm
have
sure.
rather a more gradual build up than to take me to the top of the mountain and throw me off.
Right.
And that's the way it felt. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying the barometer, and I know I went a long way to answer your question. That barometer to
No,
me has got to be. I need a World Series in three.
I asked that question, Dave, because this new Twitter thing are with these spaces.
Yeah.
A lot of guys know I love baseball, so they'll invite me on to
Right.
talk,
Right.
and
Yeah,
always join them with the Mets. And I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to feel like some of the Met fans are to blame for what the hell happened to the Mets. Because
Mm.
all season, as great as the Mets were playing, everybody was waiting for the wheels to come off. Oh my God, we do this every
Well,
blah blah
can
blah.
can you blame?
But
I mean, come on.
but
I'm just saying.
what I'm saying, until we got to the point where Dave got thrown off the cliff, they had their best season in who the hell knows how
This
long.
is true. This
Yeah.
is
But
true.
everybody kept saying, "Oh my God!" And I'm the non-Met fan, trying to talk him off the bridge. Hey, Buck Showalter is good for 30 wins on his own. You
Right.
got a real
Right.
manager. He's
Yeah.
gonna get you 30 wins on his own.
yeah,
Can we at least put out? It's not. You can pump your chest out. I'm a Knicks fan. You can
yeah.
pump.
Right.
Look,
Right.
No, they waiting for the wheels to fall off.
Well,
And then
because
when the wheels fell off, this guy from Florida, he texted me, Dom, you got it. I'm like, I went on for like 5 minutes. What can I say, guys?
Yeah.
I'm going to be gully for a minute. And I'm going to say this before I go. So y'all can cuss me out without me hearing it.
Right.
You
Right.
guys got what you've been looking for 6 months.
the
But
wheels will fall. Yeah,
you gotta understand, Met fans are like they're in an abusive relationship with
They're
their
like Knicks fans.
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm just
That's
saying
what I
it's
was
it's
trying
it's
to
an abuse.
explain to them.
We've got 2 championships in 60 years.
Right.
So there is that anticipation of, as a Met fan, do we deserve to be happy?
Right.
We want to. We love our team. Let me tell you, we love our team,
No doubt.
and sometimes to our detriment. But we we have it's almost like a protective
Hmm.
thing where you don't want to believe, even though you got to believe, yeah, but you don't want to go full in on it because you don't want to get your heart broken.
Yeah.
And it's one
Yeah.
of those things that when we eventually win, because I believe we will win again,
Right.
it's that much sweeter because you felt like you were on there for the whole ride. But it's also a defense mechanism. We share the city with the winningest franchise in baseball history when it comes to championships.
Right.
And we are reminded of that. Dom Dom is very good. And thank you, Dom, because Dom doesn't gloat and put it in our faces. But we work with Yankee fans. Some of us, not in my household, but some of us live with Yankee fans.
Right.
And it's a tough road to go down. And you want to be excited and you want to believe in your
Hmm.
team, but they figure out how to hurt us every year. So it's a defense mechanism. But
And I
when it happens, it's going to be very sweet, and
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 I
I
thought
and I may be intolerable. So
I
just to
thought
let
my
you know.
I thought my closing line to Met fans, Dave, with guys, no matter what you're going through, you're still the best orange and blue team in New York City. I thought that would be like, oh
Well,
man, that's
you know,
great.
yeah.
They were like,
Yeah, well,
no, the
it's
wheels are
between
gonna
us and
fall off. I'm like,
I count the Islanders as part of
True.
NY
True.
they also, but
oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
our Knicks and I guess I don't know if that's going to be on, but
Yes.
that Dallas game,
Oh,
somebody would have
Uh.
caught these hands. That's
Oh.
all I'm saying.
Listen. Let
I
me take
think
this
that's
time.
it.
Let me let me take this time. Reggie is with us as well. Your mic is live. Thanks for
Oh,
joining, Mr. Bowling.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we
Wow.
won 2 games out of 3.
Okay,
Took the high game in the wood. I'm
okay,
good.
All
okay.
right. Very good.
But
All is right in the world.
I want to
Uh,
give, again, I want to give my man a chance to speak, Sir Craig. What's your thoughts on this situation?
I'm not a baseball guy, so I defer my time back to the speaker.
Okay, no problem.
thank you. You don't know how relieved I am because I kind of felt like Craig is going to give me that work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So thank you, Craig.
All right, it's all good. It's all good. I think I'm gonna move on, or should I give Reggie? Do you care about that, Carlos
No, Reggie
Correa?
doesn't care. He just cares about bowling.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well that's
Okay,
that
do I care about what? I missed it. My fault.
Carlos Correa and his situation.
Next.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, there you
Very
go.
good.
David
Thank you.
called it.
very good,
So
Reggie.
Yeah.
David called it. So now let's move on to something that's near and dear to all of our hearts here on In the Paint. After the 8-game winning streak, the New York Knicks struggling to find the next W.
Oh my
What
God.
and I think you said something about that Dallas game the other night.
Yeah. Before the brothers go in on this, I got to tell you. So my wife and I, we're getting ready for bed, and
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those where you're not really tired, but you're in bed. So my wife suggests, "Oh, let's watch a movie," and
Okay.
then that'll usually put us to sleep,
Right.
because we're of that age where
Right.
bed, TV,
That's
sleep.
it.
So I put on that sequel to Knives Out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Glass Onion? Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
I put that on, and we're like 5-10 minutes in, and then I just hear my wife out. So I sit up there and I'm trying to keep my eyes open on this. It's just not working. So I said, "Hey, Knicks are playing."
Mhm.
I flip over. Well, I turn to it. It's the last 30 seconds of regulation. So I'm
You
looking
got
at this.
yourself a movie there, buddy.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this unfold in front of me.
Right.
And I tell you, now I'm up because now I'm living. And when it tied at the end, I shut the TV off because I said they're going to overtime, and there's no way the Knicks are going to recover from this, and I'm not even going to watch this.
Right.
So now I'm laying in bed. You ever lay in bed, lights are out, everything, but your eyes are wide open, and you can't sleep, and I'm sitting there seething
Hilarious.
at this point. So that was my experience
Wow.
the other night.
Wow.
did you ever finish watching The Glass Onion?
No, I have to go back to it. I heard it was good.
Oh, we are an entertainment section here. We do.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Dave, I couldn't figure it out. Those series are like your who done it type thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm good at this, and my wife is
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're gonna know what happened." I'm
I'll
like,
call you later.
"No, I can't
Right.
get this one." I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to revisit it because I heard that it was very good. I enjoyed the first Knives Out, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but to the Knicks, I blame Wally Zerbiak.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
Wally Zerbiak for everything that's happening right now.
What?
Okay. Yeah, we got to get into this.
Somebody should have punched him in his face. When the Knicks were on that 8-game winning streak, what does he do? He wants to play big tough. I work for the Knicks. I'm an MSG, tough guy, look pretty. He starts talking about the Halliburton kid we didn't draft. He's a fake all-star. His numbers
Oh, right,
the kid
right,
averaging
right.
20, 10, and 5. But his numbers are fake. Instead of you just manning up and being like the rest of us Knicks fans for the last 3 years and saying, "Oops, we made a mistake not drafting this kid."
Right.
No, you want to start acting tough because we're on an 8. The Knicks have not won since he opened his damn mouth.
Nope. Have not.
Bitch ass, excuse my French. I mean, I know that's not. But I will say
that ain't French.
Yeah, I would like to address the phony Knicks. All the phony Knicks fans out there that they're waiting for this. Which nothing aggravates me more than that. You're waiting for us. When we won 8 in a row, it was oh, who did we play? Who were they missing? Who was hurt? But I don't hear nobody saying our last 2 games, we didn't have Brunson, we didn't have Barrett. I don't hear that now, Knicks fans. But I heard it while we were. That's why I call them phony fans.
Yeah.
If you can't take the good, then you're waiting for the bad. I get it. This is the world we live in now with this social media shit. You're waiting for your team to lose. Can you imagine that, Dave, 20 years ago when we were kids?
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait till the Mets lose tonight.
Right. Yeah. And we live in a time of a world of receipts. Internet has receipts, so everybody's trying to get ahead of it.
But see, let's get to the point. I get where you're coming from with Wally Zerbiak, but come on, man, at some point, a coach got to say, send another dude at this guy, bro.
Oh yeah.
But
come on, man.
Well,
you gotta take the ball. You gotta take the ball out this dude's hand. You don't let the best player on the team beat you. That's coaching 101.
The thing is, even with him scoring 60 points, there were other guys, like I forgot his name, the forward, that nobody heard of until that night. They still had other guys that were stepping up. And I always go back to when everybody goes to the coach. Y'all heard me say this a million times. There are some things in life, like sports, that are individual tasks. Your ass got to guard your man.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but
for sure.
Bro, send the double team. Take the ball out of his hand. He's killing you. I mean, he was killing him.
But you know what? I only saw it the last 30 seconds. But that, I'm sorry. But that Dinwiddie 3 was a killer too.
That was a killer.
They were up 4, and Dinwiddie hits that 3 coming off on the sideline.
You know what was the killer?
Okay.
I'm never one to blame the refs, but that jump ball, I've never seen a jump ball called that fast in my entire life. Never.
Okay.
Dude puts his hands in there, jump ball. I'm like,
see, I missed that.
Going the other way.
Right.
I missed that
part right there. Turned the trajectory of the game. We never get to that foul shot.
So wait a minute. Is it me? Am I incorrect in this following statement? So
yeah, you're wrong, Lauren. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Wow.
Shut up.
so wait a minute.
Because it's coming.
No, it's no hate. No, it's no hate. Trust me, it's no hate. So you don't have Hartenstein out there to grab that rebound. You don't have Robinson out there to grab that rebound. You don't have another big guy out there to grab that rebound. You have the guards.
So whose fault is that?
I'm just saying.
Whose fault is that?
I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying.
Again, through all of what you're saying, going back to my individual task.
Right.
That ball bounced off the rim, and two Knicks missed the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Not one.
Two.
Yep.
Two. Exactly.
Y'all was like.
Yep.
And the ball goes to this dude.
Right in his hands.
Exactly.
Like they could have made a better pass.
Where's the guy that boxes out the shooter?
Right.
Right? We didn't identify that. That's not a coach thing. That's an individual thing. So, we missed that. But you missed the rebound. It went through two Knicks hands. I'm like,
yeah. When I saw that happening, I was like, okay.
I turned it off after that.
Yeah, me too. I shut it right off.
I was done.
I thought it was over anyway at that point.
It was.
I just kept thinking about what I'm going to hear tomorrow. The coach, the this, the that. No. You didn't box out. You two clowns let the ball go right through your hands. But we're going to sit here and say we didn't have a 7-footer on the floor. No, a 6'5" and a 6'3" guy just said, it's too hot for me to handle. Y'all blew that play.
Yeah,
but
you know what?
None of this happens, guys, without that jump ball.
Yeah. I give you that. And you know what? When they talked about how historic Luka's game was, and it was, the Knicks still could have won that game.
They could have.
You know, he did all of that, and he still could have won that game.
They should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have won. I knew once it went to overtime, I knew that they were done. They were done.
Yep.
And I didn't want to watch.
Not to mention, like I said, you're missing Brunson.
Yeah.
RJ gets hurt.
RJ in the first minute. Yeah.
Which
What did he hurt?
I'm not a big RJ fan. He could have helped Dallas win, as inconsistent as he is, but that's another
What
story.
did he hurt though?
Huh?
What was the injury?
A finger or something? What
He
was
got
it?
cut.
Oh my God, bro! Really?
Laceration. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Somebody said
Was his finger hanging off?
Hands.
No, it was
Luka Doncic is the one that cut.
What was the meat coming out the finger? What the freak? It's a finger.
No,
you got 10 of them.
No.
Come on, man.
It was maple syrup all over the court.
Reggie,
Right.
Did you see the cut, Reggie?
No, I did not see the cut.
I can't believe somebody's fingers did this to him. It was like Luka pulled the switchblade out and just.
Damn.
Wow. What, he had that? His nails was that long? What was he, Wolverine? What the hell?
This guy with scissor hands.
Yeah, Luka scissor hands.
Right.
Time out. I gotta get my brother involved. Craig, welcome to Independent again, man. You gotta jump in.
This is what we do.
You can't just lay back in the cut, son.
Right. Because inmates will take over.
I would tell you this in all sports.
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. You know what makes special forces special? It's the fundamentals.
Okay.
And sports too. You can go back to every play, like Don was saying, they didn't box out. That's fundamentals that they teach in bitty basketball.
Yeah.
You know, and then another thing that, especially with these young players and these young coaches coming up, I don't need you to lead when things are going right. I need you to lead when things are going bad. There's no leaders out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's no leaders. They're looking to people to step up. Like, you didn't have to tell Jordan to lead. He was going to take the Bulls by the horn and lead.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and there are some players like that, but there's a lack of leadership, not only in basketball, but in society today.
Yeah.
So nobody's being held accountable as far as teammates.
Yeah.
And the coaches and the GMs and the fucking owners.
Yeah.
Nobody's being held accountable for the shit they putting out there.
That's right. Especially
you could go win 8 games and then turn around and lose 10. What?
Yeah. Here's the thing I'll say about accountability, though. When it comes to that front office, you got 2 guys that you got on the DMP list.
Yeah.
Fournier and Cam Reddish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I'm only assuming because you know how the Knicks play secret squirrel. Speaking of special forces, the Knicks play that secret squirrel stuff, don't talk. I'm assuming you got them not playing because you're going to try to unload them before the deadline's over.
But how can you unload them and nobody is seeing what the hell they got to offer?
But we already know who they are, Reggie.
Is R asleep or is he frozen?
Nah, I'm not frozen. I don't think I'm
there
frozen.
you go. Okay.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying they know who they are. They know who they are, Reggie. So if your goal is to dump them and you don't want them to get hurt before we unleash them, then you're putting us in the hole 2 players.
Yeah.
We're minus 2 players because
every game.
Guys playing. But you ain't saying nothing. And you didn't unload them yet. We could have traded these guys already. But there you are, holding your hands like the Knicks front office has done for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it goes under the radar because we have a tendency in this world to blame.
Can I ask a question?
The hot dog and the front office, which was I've been talking about for 3 years, guys, goes right under the radar.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
How is Jamal Murray making out? I'm just curious.
Who?
Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray.
On Denver?
Oh, excuse me. DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. That's become an elephant in the room with that team. And now.
What's happening with them?
But again, Dave, here we go. We're going to blame the coach that saved y'all just a year ago.
Yeah.
Now it's the coach's fault. He wasn't prepared coming into the season. He's the same Nate McMillan, y'all.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is what Craig was saying. Accountability, responsibility. You know, it's always, we know sports, it's always easier to say, it's the coach, it's the manager. But y'all went out and got Murray.
Yep.
Y'all didn't realize you were going to have 2 point guards. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
You realized you were going to have 2 point guards. One who was ball dominant before you got Murray. That's Trae Young, who, whether you like him or not, he's been very successful at what he does. Let's just give the guy credit where credit is due.
Yep.
Okay.
He may be ball dominant, but he's going to get you double-digit assists and still score 20-something points.
Right.
Very efficient basketball in today's society.
Yeah.
You went out and got Murray. How did y'all think this was going to work out, guys? I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's McMillan's fault. It's Nate's fault now.
No, I don't blame Nate for that. How can I say? They got Murray because he can play a little bit more defense than Trae Young can play. That's the only thing I could think of.
Remember,
take Trae Young off the ball. I don't know. I don't know what the thinking was, but I think it's just let's stick it to the Knicks any way we possibly can.
But here's another thing. It was Atlanta that unloaded Cam Reddish to us.
Right.
Because he didn't have a spot with them, and he comes to the Knicks.
Apparently, it's the same freaking thing. This dude can't get on the court.
But these thirsty Knicks fans will see him do 9 minutes worth of work, and he's the next George Gervin. No.
I don't think that's fair. I think he's more talented than RJ, believe it or not.
I think he has better individual talent, but I think there's something stuck between the ears and the brain.
Okay, granted. And like we're talking about RJ, like he has the highest IQ, basketball IQ out there.
Hey, look, my man, listen here. If the Bishop was on this line right now, he did a whole dissertation on RJ Barrett right about now.
And I'm with Bishop 100% when it comes to this.
Same.
I never disagree with him.
Right.
I'm just like, can you cut him some slack? And then the more and more I watch, I'm like, damn, you're doing the same thing you did in the first year in your freaking 5th year.
Exactly.
Here's what I always ask, Reggie. Again, I live in the South. I watched him in college. I ask Knicks fans constantly, what has changed from him at Duke to him in his 4th year? Let me know.
Absolutely nothing.
He still can't shoot. He still can't finish at the rim. His basketball IQ is as high as a bagel. What has changed in 4 years, guys?
Wait a minute now. What kind of bagel are we talking about?
Shut up, boy.
The little mini ones.
Yeah, not an everything bagel.
No, hey, listen.
Red bagel, no.
Slow your roll.
I ask these questions, like what has improved in 4 years? And then I try to tell him, look, there's nothing wrong with RJ Barrett being Alfred. He can't be Batman. He can't be Robin. But there's nothing wrong with being Alfred. Don't give me he was a pick. That was one of the weakest drafts in the NBA in the last 10 years. It was Zion Williamson and John Moran. Anything after that was a toss-up.
Yeah, the only problem with him being Alfred is that there is no Batman.
Right. And you're gonna be the highest paid.
Oh, Robin, yeah.
You're gonna be the highest paid Alfred because
he's the highest paid player on the Knicks.
Yeah.
But when you look at sheer numbers, guys, as much as everybody hates Julius Randle, again, he's 24, 10, and 5.
Yeah.
There's only 3 players that did that in the NBA last year.
Right.
Only 3. He was one of them.
Yeah.
But because we don't like him, we'll say,
well,
but you know what? We got him.
I don't think it's a matter of not liking him. I think he just.
No, it was.
Come on now. I don't know about not liking him.
Wait.
I have to agree.
Last season, we saw that on display. This guy is joined with the refs. You're going at the fans. Come on, man. That's not behavior to be liked.
Right.
And this is coming from a Net fan.
Whatever. I'm just going.
I'm just saying. I wasn't taking a pot shot at you.
Yes,
I'll let you know when I'm taking a pot shot at you.
They latched on. They found something to run with. But those that knew basketball knew that everybody kept thinking about the year he had in the bubble when, the COVID season. But they kept overlooking the year he had when he had a point guard in Drew Holiday. Okay, now we fast forward to this year. He's got a point guard. Guess what? he don't have the most field goal attempts on the Knicks. He is not averaging the most shots on the Knicks. He's averaging the most points, but he ain't averaging the most shots. Who do you think's averaging the most shots?
R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, Alfred. Yeah, Alfred's getting the most shots. And Alfred still can't close at the rim, still can't hit a baby jumper. But you're going to tell me, I'm going to end it with this. You're going to tell me Dave averaged 20 points last year, but you're going to skip over the fact that he got 20 points on 18 shots. Here's where Bishop would jump in and say, that is not efficient basketball.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Dom, not to cut you off, sir, you wouldn't even got a word in edgewise if Bishop was on.
Yeah, that's true.
We would have just been like, you're right. Yes, you're right.
But I think to me the most telling criticism that Dom had of RJ was not necessarily in his inefficiency. To me, it was the basketball IQ.
Yeah.
That's the part that has not matured and developed.
No.
And so he continues to do the things that he doesn't do well because he's not mature enough to understand that either I've got to work on these things in practice or do something else.
But what are these coaches and player development guys doing? I mean, come on. Somebody got to say something to this dude.
I got one better. I got one better for you.
How about even the guys that he's playing with?
No. How about this, Reg? And rest
I'm listening.
How about this? How about after you've seen what this guy lacks, but you sign him, you commit to him more years.
In a year.
Right. So
you already had a decent amount of sampling.
Right. Listen, somebody saw something. I don't know what that something was.
No, you know what happened?
But somebody saw something.
The Knicks front office, again, them incompetent, you know what? They caught feelings because they had his name in trade rumors for Donovan Mitchell. Okay, now that don't fall through. Everybody's catching feelings. Oh my God, he's going to be another draft pick that we don't re-sign. Blah 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 blah. The same old rhetoric from Knicks fans. You want to set precedences of, well, you know what, R might not be that good, but you know what, we did draft him, so we should re-sign him. He's not worth $30 million. I don't care what you tell me after 4 years. Come on, guys. In real life, we would say, you know what, maybe Dave is who he is after 4 years. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
He has a role to play. He's not going to be that guy. Let go of him being the third pick. I keep telling you, that was probably the weakest draft in the last 10 years in the NBA.
Let me ask you a question. Where did he come from? He came out of Canada, right?
Yeah.
When's the last great NBA player came out of Canada?
Andrew Wiggins.
Okay. How many good or great basketball players come out of Europe?
Out of Europe?
IQ
few now
coming into the league to coming out of Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Well, they sold us. They told us he was the Maple Mamba.
Yep.
Maple Mamba.
Right.
And, I mean, he went to Duke, so he must be good.
He was there for 10 minutes.
Wait, what?
he was there. He was there 10 minutes longer than Kyrie.
Right. Exactly.
Played more games than Kyrie.
But you know what the thing is that I think you guys hit the nail on the head as far as rewarding him with that big contract is that a lot of these guys today, and I don't like to make it generational, and I'm sure that there are guys in today's game that winning is their motivation, but for a lot of these guys, it's getting the bag. And success is built on how much money you can walk away with, and so when you reward him without him actually doing anything, then there is no incentive for some players to get better. You look at, I hate comparing the generations, But even if we go to somebody like Kobe, Kobe made his money, but he was not satisfied. That's why he was in the gym. These guys are in the club. These guys are showing off their outfits and all these things, and social media has a lot to do with it as well. But that real hard work and say, listen, even the things that guys like Kobe and even LeBron today are good at, they want to be better at. They're never satisfied. These guys are satisfied with mediocrity because they get paid like they are doing better than they are.
Right. And here's the scary thing, guys. They're more concerned about their brand than the brand on their shirt paying
That's
them.
right. That's right. Absolutely, 100%. It's built and their team of people around them.
Yeah.
Like you didn't see Kobe with an entourage.
No.
Kobe was by himself in that gym. First one in, last one out. These guys got all these people in their ear talking about their brand. That's the catch thing now.
And this goes down to AAU. This comes all the way back to AAU. Listen, you're the best thing going. You don't have to do anything else. Just do what you do.
Yep.
Okay, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Again, accountability. Like my man, we know you could go left. Let me tie your hand behind your left hand, and you dribble right. Go right.
Right. You guys, I'm gonna leave it at this. Since you brought up Kobe, you remember when Kobe had the incident in Colorado?
Yes.
We all remember it. And Nike cut him. Remember? Nike said, "Oh,
yeah."
2 years later, Nike was kissing his ass to come back.
Oh yeah.
Because he was Kobe. He was Kobe Bryant. He wasn't a flash in the pan. He wasn't all about the Kobe Bryant brand. He was about playing basketball.
Right. That's right.
Period. End the conversation.
Yep.
That's right. Worry about how they look, what they wear, and who's going to give them 150 likes on Twitter.
Right. And winning was the brand.
Yeah.
Winning was the brand. And now these guys, they have these brands and they haven't won anything.
How many times, as much as I like this kid, I don't think I ever seen as many highlight reels of a guy that missed a dunk than I do.
Ja Morant.
He has the most missed dunks.
Yeah.
He's the player of the night.
Yeah, right. Because it's all flash and
don't make a shot. Just make it look pretty.
Right. Just make it look pretty. Exactly. And everybody shares it all over, and they keep sharing. Oh, look! It doesn't matter if it went in or not. I mean, I tell you guys all the time. I work in a high school. If you want to see some of the worst fundamental basketball, come to an open gym at a high school. Right. My gosh, these kids walk. I mean, they shoot from anywhere. They dribble, hold the ball for a minute, dribbling back and forth, not going anywhere, trying to get the broken ankle on somebody.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if the shot goes in or not. It's the oohs and the ahs because they broke somebody's ankle. Right. And this is what they see. I mean, Steph Curry is a generational talent, but I think he damaged some of these kids because they walk into the gym and they think they're in range. And they want to shoot and turn their back on it and dap somebody off. Meanwhile, the ball just went off the shot clock.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Okay, see,
wait. Can I say this? One thing I tell you, we've got at our lunch period, kids go in the gym, they play. It's just there's like 6 courts and they're playing on all of them, and they're all over each other and everything. And I told somebody, I said the safest place in that gym, if you don't want to get hit by the ball, is standing directly underneath the basket because it's not going in. So it'll hit off the top and everything. It will never hit you if you stand directly underneath the basket because they're going to miss everything. But you hear the oohs and ahs.
Okay, so now this is where it comes from not being a sport to being entertainment now. They're putting on a show. This is where this is what basketball has come to.
Yeah.
Right.
How many other than, how can I say, Jokic and Embiid? How many back to the basket players do you actually see anymore?
Mm.
Who
Let me
can do it?
hold
Who
on.
can do it?
Hold on. Let me just I gotta get off the basketball for a second. See if
Yeah.
you
I'm
guys
sorry.
answer this question. It's from Brian Babcock. Does Carlos Correa signing have anything to do with having a luxury tax levy this year versus next year if they sign him after the first?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Yes, it is. And thank you, by the way, for listening, Brian.
Mm.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's
yeah. It could, it could be.
You think they're holding it off
about that.
Monday? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. That's a perspective that I have not heard before.
Right.
And I think it's a fascinating perspective. Great question.
Yeah, thank you again, Brian. Appreciate that. I don't know if we're gonna answer that.
I don't know if I can, but it's definitely food for thought. You know,
you may have to come back next show for us to give an answer.
Right.
Man, listen. Lord knows when that's going to be.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I would say Tuesday, but we're gonna see. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! How about a Monday, bro?
I'm working too, bro. I work till 8 p.m.
You're killing me, Petey.
Listen, stop being this guy bowls in like every freaking league possible.
It's Tuesday and Friday. All nights you want to go Tuesday and Friday.
All right.
How about in the middle of the week when there's nothing going on?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the days just for you. Okay?
Nah, don't do that.
It's all good.
Then I'll feel compelled to come on to the show.
Right. No. Well, yeah. Right. He's like, this guy ain't even here.
He ain't even here. He cry, he complain, he curses me out, and where you at? Crickets.
Oh man, you're too funny. You guys are too funny.
Red, you working Sunday? Getting the overtime?
I'm driving into work right now. I got to be to work at 12 o'clock tonight.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun times.
You gonna be out there?
So there was no sleep had all day. So yeah, I'm running on fumes.
Okay. All right.
Hey Reg, are you gonna be out there on New Year's Eve?
Hell no. That's why I'm going in tonight.
Okay. All right.
I got you.
Yeah. No, I don't want
no parts of that.
The human race is beneath me right now.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
These humans out here is man. Listen,
they are the worst.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
The absolute worst. I can't stand people. I hate them.
What?
No, I do.
Let's not even.
No, here's the thing.
Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about sports because if we go there, it's a whole segment wasted. No, let's not go there.
Okay, fine.
Leave them alone.
Okay, I'll leave the puny humans alone for now.
But that's the one thing me and R have in common. I can't stand people either.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, yo. But I'm not gonna go there.
It's not just you and R. Trust me.
Yeah.
We ain't going there.
We're talking about humans now. I'm just going to say this real quick, and then we're going to get back to the show. Taxi and Ubers. Oh, my God. That's all I got to say.
Stop.
I'm done. I'm done.
Stop it. That's like probably my favorite part of the day.
Yeah, I was about to say those Ubers, that's ours thing.
Oh, my Lord.
R is bougie.
Man, listen.
A little bit.
Just to sit and watch.
Me too.
Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. That's all you need. 5 minutes.
Nah.
I promise you.
I
wish
misplaced anger.
I wish we could turn back the clock and Craig could have been a part of this.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Remember COVID?
Yeah.
Always bring it up. Y'all guys threw me for such a loop going to our boy Mac. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Yes.
People are still riding the train. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That was
yes, sir.
Lockdown. Ain't no lockdown. And then R, if I'm not mistaken, They were Ubering you.
They were Ubering. Yep.
Back and forth, man.
Oh, that was the craziest thing I ever seen, man.
Yeah, I was spoiled. Yeah, I was spoiled. I'm not gonna lie. That was good times. I'm not gonna front because
remember that real mask on. I still got that picture. That picture. In the back of the cab, like
that was my favorite mask, bro. That I call that my Bane mask. I love that. I love that. That was awesome.
Oh man,
that was crazy.
Those are some times.
Oh, for sure. But let's get back. Let's get back to some sports because I'm not going to be on too much longer from this point because unfortunately I do have to work tomorrow morning.
I was about to say you got to go to work tomorrow. Of course.
You already know.
Yeah. So man up, yo.
What?
Man up.
Listen, you better get the hell out of here talking that nonsense, bro.
I'm on my way to work. You see me rushing to get off? No.
Every time you say that, I wish I had a job.
So now the retired guy is coming at me. He's firing shots. So that's
wow.
You make me feel bad, man.
How much beauty sleep do you need? Hello.
Listen.
A lot. His camera's on.
Do you know what 12 hours is, man? 12 hours.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
12 hours of what?
12 hours today. I mean, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. That's a lot, bro. Come on now. That's a lot.
It is.
You're talking. You got two guys on the line. You got two guys on the line, Art, and I'm pretty sure work more than 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying.
Over there.
I'm just saying, man.
And you know they did more before you even got up in the morning.
Without coffee.
It's a long day, so I got to do what I got to do. That's it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll just say this before we move on. Me and Craig spent more time fighting raccoons.
That's funny.
Horrible, man.
Let me tell y'all some stories.
That's funny.
So
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the sports thing, man. this sorry ass New York Jet team. I've been meaning to talk about Zach Wilson forever. I know.
Hey, there's not much to talk about, brother.
You got that right, because I am
not much to talk about.
I am on record for not wanting this guy in the very first place. I wanted Fields. I said, take Fields. Take Fields. Take Fields. Oh, wait, take Fields. Don't take this guy from Brigham Young University. That's the equivalent of getting a quarterback. No, hold on. That's the equivalent of getting a quarterback from USC. The same thing. Why not stop? Why stop there? Why not draft somebody from Baruch? I'm just saying. Come on, it's ridiculous. And his downfall was when he opened his mouth. And he said, "No, I'm not to blame." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you let the defense down? No. Really? You couldn't even get over 100 yards passing. Couldn't get even over 50% completion rate during that same game. But you're not the problem. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, yikes. Okay. I knew he was done.
Yeah. Same here.
No.
Same here. Your teammates have given up on you. You know, the game before, what?
Special teams make a tackle.
Huh?
Special teams, all they had to do is make a tackle.
So once again, I don't know if you guys know.
It wasn't like either quarterback was channeling their Joe Montana. I can tell you that much. Everybody was. Both quarterbacks that game was channeling their Trent Dilfer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brother Reggie, good brother. By his trade by day is dealing with. Can I say it, sir?
Sure.
His trade by day is with sanitation. Wonderful job. Great benefits. However, he moonlights as an attorney as well. As a defense
Wait, hold on. I said neither quarterback, the Jets quarterback or the other quarterback, what it was, the Patriots quarterback? Yes.
Once again.
Both of them were channeling their Trent Dilfer. Trent
So-
Dilfer was a hell of a bum of a quarterback.
So
And Reggie knows garbage when he sees it.
Exactly. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Let him know.
So with that being said, here on In the Paint, if any listener, watcher needs any type of loyalty services,
Oh,
if you're accused of something, my man Reg will pick up your case. Okay,
I'm not defending him.
you defend everybody. You
I'm
defend
not
him.
defending him.
You
I'm not
defend
defending him.
everyone.
I-
Every
listen,
post I put
There
out.
is no
Here
defense
comes
for them
Reggie.
dudes.
Here comes Reggie with the defense
Oh, my
attorney. These guys are guaranteed conviction. Here comes
I'll,
Reggie.
I'll defend Daniel Jones before I defend Zach Wilson.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
again.
Oh.
See, again. Another one of your clients.
Yeah,
Daniel.
yeah.
I'll defend Daniel Jones before him too.
Thank you,
I'm just
Dom.
be honest. Come
Jeez,
on, Ark.
Christ.
You and Dan just said it. When you say something like that, when something comes out your mouth like that,
yeah.
and you know you had like 86 yards passing,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
you can't say nothing else, guys. You can't
Yep.
go back and say,
Exactly.
hey, Craig, I'm kind of
What was he? Okay, can I ask you a question? What was he
Okay.
supposed to say at that point? I'm just curious.
Nothing.
What was he supposed to
Nothing.
say?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I suck.
Right.
I suck. I got.
That's what he was supposed to say.
I gotta do better. That's all he had to say. I gotta do better.
I gotta do
Thank
better.
you.
You are
I
the
would have
quarterback.
accepted that. I would have accepted that.
That's right. You're the quarterback. That's
Yep.
right.
You're the quarterback. Man.
He's an idiot.
QB1.
Let's be honest. Do you hear the stories they're giving about Russell Wilson now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy ain't in no category of Russell Wilson.
No.
I'm not saying Russell Wilson is the same Russell Wilson, but
Right.
the luster has come off of him faster than a Porsche going from 0 to 60.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. Well,
And this guy ain't no, even through all of that, Russell Wilson with his brand and his beautiful wife, he don't even talk to many people. He still will stand before the podium and say,
Yeah.
I really sucked.
Yeah.
I really had a bad game, a bad season.
I got to do better.
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. He was like,
No.
it was ours fault.
Yeah.
It was Dave's fault. It was Craig's
Exactly.
fault. It wasn't my
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's done.
Your
Get him
quarterback. Your quarterback. That's your on-field leader. If he's
Yeah, get
saying
him out.
that, yeah.
Nah.
That was it.
First of all, that kid White played better than him last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah,
guys.
well,
Even the other guy.
Flacco.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Maybe
it's so crazy
I'm
to
not
me.
saying White's the next Joe Montana,
Right.
but he's better than this clown.
Yeah.
Hey,
Get him out.
I
You
say
gotta-
bring back Sam Darnold. Fuck it.
Oh,
Hey,
all right.
yeah.
he ain't as bad as Donald. I mean, Sam Donald's not as bad as him. This
Okay.
guy's a waste, man. He got too full of himself. Again,
Yeah.
to bring up the RJ Barrett, but when you
Yeah.
draft somebody that high,
Mm-hmm.
their head gets a little,
Yeah. Yep.
and
Exactly.
the production don't matter no more because he got the bag. And
Uh,
then the only good thing about football, the reason I don't like football is the way they'll cut your ass in the New York minute.
Yeah.
Well, they need to do that to him, make me feel better.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
do what you normally do, just do it to him.
So
Exactly.
it's funny because you mentioned him and we mentioned Russell Wilson, but meanwhile in Seattle,
Yeah.
that's
Like-
crazy.
Remember when I used to joke with y'all on Sunday? Oh, Gino's
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
He had a great
well,
year.
the wheels are coming off that bus too, dog. The wheels
Yeah.
are coming off.
I mean, okay.
Considering what they thought he was going to do,
Right.
what
Yeah.
he did. Come
Yeah.
on, guys.
Yeah.
Gotta get out.
Listen, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, but the wheels is coming off, baby. Trust and believe.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that. We know that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, man. You
That one was just going to be a matter of time.
Yeah, but
They're
you gotta
still
give the
enough,
guy
though.
credit.
They're
You gotta
not
give the
elite.
guy
Oh no,
credit.
he's playing far better than I thought he ever could.
Yeah.
I'll say be the first one to say that.
Right.
I'll
And,
be the first one to say that, but
and
I don't know.
And because of you jokers with this football, I actually watch it more now. Who did I hear on TV saying, well, he's playing pretty good? The same guy that said he'll never be a quarterback for me and was the one that got rid of him, fat ass Rex Ryan.
Yep.
Like everybody
Well,
forgot what Ryan said.
What is Rex Ryan's claim to fame? His father, Buddy Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, and his defense.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But y'all remember, y'all live in New York, so I know y'all got the first-hand media clips. He couldn't stand Geno Smith. He ran Geno Smith out of New York, remember?
Yep.
Now,
well, Geno Smith kind of helped himself too now.
Well,
yeah.
Again, being a Jets fan, the Jets wasted so much of their years concentrating solely on their defense.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? It worked, guys. They went to 2 AFC championships.
Yep.
With a subpar quarterback.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah. A USC quarterback.
Yeah, a USC quarterback.
Oh, you talking about the butt fumbler?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
He got the 2 conference championships.
2 in a row. Yep.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Because of that defense. But they never concentrated on nothing else. And then when they got Geno Smith, he threw Geno Smith under the bus. Okay, Geno Smith wasn't Doug Williams, but he was a pretty good quarterback on a pretty good defensive team.
Right, right.
But you didn't like him. You didn't like how they drafted him, when they drafted him, blah, blah, blah.
Listen.
Now
okay, well, the elephant in the room is this.
Yeah. No, the elephant in the room was Rex Ryan.
He was definitely the elephant, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It reared its ugly head once again.
Sometimes.
Well,
that's what that was all about. That's what that was all about.
What they need to do now, honestly, develop Mike White.
Yes.
If he's going to be your quarterback for the next year or two, past the season. Even develop this other kid, Strevler. Let him, please get him to throw correctly somehow, okay? Because he can move. He can run. He's very mobile. I like the energy he was giving off. I was like, oh, okay. It's just a shame. He sucked throwing. But work on that. You know what I'm saying? Make the offense simple for him. And get rid of this bum. Until you find...
What happens if Lamar Jackson gets a bug up his ass and he says enough is enough with Baltimore?
Well, Lamar Jackson is not playing totally lights out.
You gotta try.
But I'm saying, if you have a chance to go after a Lamar Jackson,
you got to take that chance. I'm sorry, you have to. That's like a living cheat code. Okay, in football, I'm just saying, it's a living cheat code in football.
Stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to take that guy.
You can't tell me, guys. Again, I skipped over a year of football, but you can't tell me that a guy with his talent and he sees everything they've done on that team since he's been there has not been geared around him. It's been geared around everything but him.
Right.
And you're running around like Michael Vick 10.0, and they don't give you nothing. The Falcons at least had a good running game and some receivers for Vic. Though he was running like, Jesse Owens, he still had targets. They haven't gave this guy nothing ever since he won the MVP. Matter of fact, he won the MVP with no assets. Really?
Yeah, you gotta take it. If he's on the market, you gotta take a shot. You gotta take a shot. You gotta take a shot.
Yep.
But if they do, let's say they do. If they don't build around this dude, if they don't give him the same, if they give him the same thing Baltimore give him, why get him?
Well, here's the thing.
None of these guys are catering or trying to help these guys succeed. That's what the problem is. They're not helping them succeed. They're helping them to fail religiously.
The Jets have good pieces. I said this going into the season, guys. Remember, it was a toss-up between who had the best draft, the Eagles or the Jets. Both of them did excellent.
Exactly.
We just had a quarterback to go with all the picks we got. Let's just be honest. I mean, if you had Lamar Jackson with the young talent we have on offense and defense, really? Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
That's more than the Ravens gave him since he's been in the league.
True.
I'm not saying that because I'm a Jet fan. I'm saying that because I'm tired of this guy running around like a nut, and they're not doing shit for him. And every year he's getting hurt. If I'm not mistaken, now, ain't he?
Yo, trying to tell you,
man. Do you think that injury, his latest injury, is going to hurt him in free agency or no?
Nah, absolutely not.
No? Okay.
No. He can't get hurt no worse.
Exactly.
I mean, Dak got his money after the injury.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well.
And that's my team, and I don't think Dak's a franchise quarterback.
No, I know he's not a franchise quarterback, but I don't know. I think if Jerry Jones was going to be Jerry Jones, I don't think he ever would have heard the end of it. So he gave Dak the money. He didn't really want to do it, but he did.
He's a good leader.
You know
what?
Dak seems to be a good leader, but he misses too many.
He can be a good leader all he wants, but if you can't hit somebody that's open,
that's what I'm saying. He misses too many simple throws that are wide open to be a franchise.
And I think this is what Jerry Jones saw, and he was hesitant. He's like, "Am I really going to spend all this money on this dude? I see what he is." And I think we've seen the best of Dak Prescott. I don't think he's going to get it. I don't. My opinion.
He's not consistent.
My opinion. I don't think he's going to go any higher than what he is. He's reached his ceiling. This is it.
And you got to say this, guys. When you talk about having pieces around you, Jerry Jones hasn't been hesitant to put pieces around him.
Exactly. Now, if these other teams had did what Jerry Jones did and getting pieces put around these quarterbacks, you might not be so hard on a Daniel Jones. Zach Wilson, I think if he even had the pieces around him, he still would be Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had good young pieces.
So
I'm not a fan of Dak. Trust me, I'm not a Cowboys fan either. You understand? But I find it funny, and I was looking at this article the other day on Dallas, as a matter of fact, and I find it funny how Dak seems to get a lion's share of the blame for those losses. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really think half the time it's not even justified. Again, this is just me. Okay. And I think that, the defense lets that team down at times during crucial periods of games, late. You understand? But the fans want to agonize over a missed throw by this guy. No, I'm sorry. I don't think Dak deserves that. And again, I'm not a fan, but I'm just going by what I see. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, give this guy a break. And he's not that bad.
No, but I think
that bad.
Oh, let's hear from the Cowboys fan. He watches them religiously.
Just like on last night's game, Dak plays. It seems like he plays to the level they're playing.
Okay.
And if you're going to be a franchise quarterback, you need to lead that team. And I think he does a great job with leadership because when he speaks, he puts it on him. And from what the other players say, he has the locker room, and they talk about him being a good leader, but it seems like him and the Cowboys play down to the level they're playing. And I kind of share in the same thing that the Knicks are going on. Stephen A. Smith says it all the time. Just be patient. The Cowboys are going to let you down. Just be patient. It's going to happen. And every year it happens.
One thing I got to say. One thing I got to say to Craig. One thing I got to say to you. Please never refer that gentleman on this broadcast Okay.
Damn Tennessee tuxedo.
Wow.
Isn't he a New Yorker?
Yes, he is. Unfortunately, he is
He
actually.
is not a
He's
friend of the show. He is not a
He,
friend of the show.
not at all. He's actually from Hollis, Queens, I believe. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. Hometown
Yeah.
for R and me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your homie. Yeah.
Nah, ain't my homie.
No, not homie. Oh,
This
yeah.
is
He
my
came
homie.
That's your man's in them. That's your man's in them.
Born
But
in
wait.
Queens.
The man's in there.
Wait a minute. Yeah, exactly. This is my homie right here from
That's
Ronan
right.
Black. Thanks, Ronan, for tuning in.
Ronan, yep.
As someone who has watched Dallas since 1975, the defense of late has not played in the Green Bay game and the Jaguars game. Okay. So, any commentary on that quote from Ronan?
No.
No,
I just
not.
can't wait till the day Ronan comes on the show.
Oh, he'll be on. He'll be on. He'll be on. That's my dude right there. He'll be on at some point.
Y'all gotta let me know the rules of engagement before I start on this show. I didn't know nothing about Stephen A. So.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good enough start right there. You don't want to know much about him. And Ronan adds, Stephen A. Smith doesn't know shit about football, basketball, or any sports in general. Effing mega mind forehead ass clown. I love it.
Yo, you know who he kind of reminds me of?
Tennessee tuxedo.
Yeah. No. If you ever looked at how his forehead is sloped, go back to Sesame Street. He reminds me of Kermit the Frog.
Oh yeah,
hey,
I can see that.
But that clown going to the bank every week.
Yeah.
Well, so did Kermit.
Dave, ain't you and R from Queens?
Yeah, we're from Hollis, Queens.
Oh, y'all are from.
Yeah.
Where's Stephen A. from?
They claim Hollis, Queens, but he's a little bit younger than us. So,
right.
But I knew a guy that went to school with him and said that he was as annoying in high school as he is now.
I didn't say I like him. I just said what he says is true. The Cowboys are gonna let us down. They do it year after year.
That may be true.
Yeah.
Never quote that bum.
Right. You know what? Okay, so you know what? You can quote everybody else that says the same thing. You can quote everybody else that says the same thing.
Right.
Damn,
Because
Craig,
there's enough
I
Cowboy haters.
I didn't even know you was a Cowboy fan, Craig.
Yeah.
I like that that graph that they have where they talk about every year the cycle that the Cowboys go through, and then they say, you know, we the boys. They said this is where we are right now before they lose.
Yo, you guys.
I'll tell you what. I'll say this. I don't think the Eagles are going as far as some think they are.
Okay.
Well, with you saying that, I don't think the Eagles nor the Vikings are going any further than that. How about that?
Then that leaves the Cowboys.
No. That leaves the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, yeah, the 49ers.
They have the weapons.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They have the weapons, but is that quarterback going to stand up in the pressure, though? He's doing all right now.
That's a good question.
Which quarterback is this?
He could be Jimmy G. Birdie, yeah.
Purdy?
He could be Jimmy G 2.0.
Never know.
And overthrow that pass in the Super Bowl.
Well, one mistake, yeah. At least he was there.
Now.
Like I said, you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the only thing I look forward to with the Cowboys in the playoffs are the memes afterwards. Oh man.
Wow.
Last year when they showed all the dejected Cowboys fans? But my favorite one that I saw this year, I think this one is classic. Is there's the guy, it's a brother, and he's in the stadium and he's being like he's got two security guards, one on each side of him, and they're saying that the Cowboys security made the fans stay to the end of the game. Like the guy was trying to leave.
Wow.
Clearly he was being escorted out of the stadium, but they flipped
foul.
it and made it. I mean, that one is hilarious.
Ugh, hilarious, bro.
I do hope the Cowboys play the Eagles, though.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And both of them have their quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Jalen Hurts. I'll tell you that though.
Oh, yeah, he's looking good.
You can't hold on. You can't be a Cowboy fan and be a fan of another court. No,
Oh,
you
absolutely
can't do that.
you can.
No, you
Absolutely
can't do that. You can't
Yes,
do
you
that.
can.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you can. I'm a fan
You
of
just asked us
Jalen
about the rules of engagement. We're telling you, you can't do that.
Listen.
That's the lawyer coming out and Reggie again.
Exactly.
Reggie, you can't defend everybody now.
I'm trying to tell you.
Defending
That's what
everybody
our
and
said.
everything.
Get used to it. That's what he does. That's what he does.
And also, you need to know another rule is that we change the rules
As we go.
Yeah, as we go. So,
Like I'm a James Franklin fan, but I'm not a Penn State fan.
Ooh. Okay.
The nerve of you.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Well, listen.
Listen, I can't pass judgment just yet, but you kind of fucked up, dog.
Listen. I got a gentleman.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm about to shut it down. Sorry, it's getting close to 11.
Well. The good.
Just when it was getting fun. Really?
Yeah. Well. Now R can't just fade out. Now,
no,
you gotta actually close.
I gotta.
You can't fade out no more.
Yeah. R used to disappear. We were like, wait.
You can't Homer Simpson us no more, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least I know how to get Reggie going.
Exactly. You already know.
There you go.
Hey,
it don't take much.
Whatever happened with the getting together, not today, but whatever happened with helping out with Mac and
that's coming up in February.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the details on that.
Yeah. His birthday.
Hollop will let me know as well. So
beautiful.
I'll pass that on to you guys as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with
I
that
deleted
said,
the email.
Huh?
I deleted that email by accident.
All right, I'll send you another one. We'll get you another one. Trust me. All right. So guys, I want to thank you, my man Craig, Dom, David, and of course, the lawyer Reggie. Thanks for joining me tonight, and also everybody in the chat room. Brian, thank you so much. Ronan, thank you so much. Anybody else I forgot to mention, but I appreciate and love the support. Thank you so much. And we're gonna be back probably Tuesday. So hopefully you guys will return and join us.
Bishop, I hope you make it back safe, Bishop.
Yeah.
I needed you tonight, Bishop. I needed you tonight.
He'll be back tomorrow.
Happy New Year, brothers. And see
Happy
you.
New Year, guys.
Yes, Happy New Year, fellas.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Take care, gentlemen.
All right.
Take care.
All right.